The politics going on in Edo State between the Oba of Benin and daughter of the president, Iyaloja of Lagos, has a political agenda. I repeat, the politics going on in Edo State between the Oba of Benin and daughter of the president has a political agenda. Number one, market women will be mobilized for 2027 all over Nigeria. That is one agenda from the president and the daughter. If she starts installing Iyalojas everywhere in Nigeria, that means she has an influence amongst market women, market leaders all over the country. When it is election time, that is when they will push the agenda. They have a structure. So as it is, the father, President Tinubu, has captured Nigeria. Now, Tinubu, the son, is going all about empowering youths in northern Nigeria, in the south. That is another strategy by the APC led by Tinubu to also mobilize votes for 2027. Now the Iyaloja, like I said, you see, infiltrate the markets, use politics and infiltrate markets all over Nigeria. Then when it is election time, you can influence the vote of these women through their Iyalojas. Iyalojas that was picked by the daughter of the president. So it is a political strategy going on as we speak. President Tinubu is a very smart politician. He knows what he's doing with his daughter, the Iyaloja of Lagos. Yes, if not for the resistance of some Edo people and Benin people, I think it would have been a walkover. But we have reports that the Oba of Benin invited them to the palace and gave her kola nut. The Oba of Benin invited her, and the so-called chosen candidate to become the Yeki or Iyaloja of Edo State, they invited them to the palace. If the Oba gives you a kola nut, it means you're welcome. Many people have interpreted this in different ways, saying that the Oba has surrendered to the political agenda of President Tinubu. I repeat, many people have interpreted that gesture, saying that the Oba has succumbed to the political agenda of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. So as it stands today, I believe with so much pressure, the Iyaloja of Lagos might have her way. Yes, between Tinubu and the Oba of Benin, who is much more powerful? I asked somebody this question. One is influential, one is powerful. The Oba of Benin is more influential than any presidency in Nigeria because the Benin kingdom has been existing before the foundations of Nigeria, before even they called Nigeria the name Nigeria. Yes. So he has influence, historical influence. But the president is somebody that will just spend 4 or 8 years and he will fizzle off. It's a creation. The presidency is powerful. Yes. The presidency is powerful. And mind you, it is possible that the president can remove the Oba of Benin. Very, very, very possible. The president can remove the Oba of Benin through a local government chairman. Look at what happened with the Emir of Kano, starting with Abacha. And look at what happened with Ganduje, removing an emir, using a local government in charge of chieftaincy and other traditional titles. So Tinubu is much more powerful than the Oba of Benin. The Oba of Benin is much more influential. You know, some people will still argue that a local government chairman cannot remove the Oba of Benin. We understand the spiritual power. Yes, we understand the heritage of the Benin people. We know that that throne is sacred beyond your imagination. But if they are going to go by using the instrumentation of the Nigerian constitution, the president has power to remove. And look at the Obong of Calabar. Look at what happened to him. I used Emir of Kano, Obong of Calabar. So as it stands today, let's see who is able to win at the end. The people of Edo State doesn't want the Iyaloja to have influence in their market, but Tinubu and co and the machineries of, you know, those their political gra-gra, they want to influence markets all over the country. And that is another strategy to win elections come 2027. All the women will be captured. Mind you, by then they will have sent many prayers. Many people will have received a lot. Goodies will be going all over the markets to mobilize women to vote for President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. Now, let's get reactions from Nigerians on this particular issue between the political agenda of Tinubu and the Oba of Lagos.
The first time in the history of Benin Empire, Oba dancing to the throne of the politician, the dirtiness of the game. So you now introduce them to the palace. Now the palace is not more palace anymore. The palace of Edo State was.
Are you saying the Oba should have rejected?
You see, he play along the line and he fall a victim. See, yesterday, Benin no be that name for the history of the war. When you say Benin Empire, they know British know. British till tomorrow unborn British know say in one kingdom in Nigeria they were brutalized. They massacred them to the extent they now come back and invade with military stronghold. Then Oba now run away. Nobody know the story now. We don't know the Oba know the good talk. Oba now go inside Calabar. They deal with them, but now Oba throne in Benin was so much respected. You can't do any, you can't utter any language that is not within the community of the community, which is Oba and the people go to the extreme. They go to the truth hole. But now politics are coming. You know, politics is a dirty jail. Tinubu using
Oba of Benin?
Don't you know what's happening? Can you imagine about Benin dancing? Why will you be dancing? Can you don't see any state where they win election when they clean the dance? Even though Lagos say when they win, you see Akinolu dance, or for Igbo land, or for Hausa land, you see them go down for what? You now ridiculous the whole. Now see what's happening. They now enter you. They enter you and you support. See now. Sade Tata, you now ruling the palace.
She's the daughter of the president, though.
Not Tata now. He no senior me now. He no senior me. You see, Tinubu and his offspring, mafians, they have to dominate everywhere. But God there will destroy it. Because now Oba have failed. For my own language, you fail. To accept and support to the unnecessary authority on his head. A lady now will control the whole Benin, the whole market, old school empire that created all the heavy year. Look at all those are powerful people now it's no more powerful anymore.
Between the president and the Oba of Benin, who is more powerful?
You see, when we say Oba of Benin yesterday, Oba of Benin is more powerful in the spiritual realm. But now, I don't think so. When they hear of Monoba, you see that name of Averame, you see that name, all those names, they are marching, they know they look them, they can't look them twice. Look them once, you come on, but you look them twice, you will catch fire. You don't even enter that palace. Talk less of now. Now it's a cataract palace.
You are talking to your Oba.
I'm talking to the reality of Lagos now. See, you didn't know the middle of Edo no be Lagos. Now Edo is not Lagos. They not capture it. Don't you see the capturity of that place? They not put them under their home. Anyhow, they're good. They're not good. You see, let them be frank. Anywhere where you see domain, the domain with brainwash systematic language to oppose on you at the end. If you don't take time, you will fall to the trap. We were the trap home yesterday. I have to tell you now. I was with the victim. I thought they were pure. They never pure. So anybody that accepts it, it destroys itself. To the
Can the Oba of Benin challenge Tinubu?
How can it challenge you now when there is not a tools to his whole arena? But this one is happening. Also his arena. See the other day they run to the other side. They run to the You see, what we are trying to analyze here is that the Oba, he has failed his duty as the number one head of the Benin Empire.
If you are the Oba, what will you do?
See, if I'm the Oba, I will cling to my throne, to my reality, to the traditional throne that I inherited to my forefather. Never to give a down to who a down is not given to. So the reality of the ground in that empire must be forever. Not now. It's not staying. It's staying with the legality property of language. Injustice. That's what we are experiencing now. See, they not envelop the Obas and his fathers. They don't have no power anymore. Now Yaloja is not there. They're controlling everything. Where about the Oba? What about his duties? It's not compromise. Because of what? Because of what you want to eat. What do you want to eat when you don't have all? You see, we are sorry in this situation we find ourselves. It's very ridiculous. Because this is my state and I know the capacity of that throne. But now, it's like it's
So what is the way forward?
The way forward is that Nigeria will still have time. because we should come together and say enough of this negativity in the hands of the present government. See what is happening in Kwara. See, they are now saying military base. Before they say military base should come, they are already captured everywhere. Who is capturing them? Are they spirits? No, they are human beings. Okay, where is the president? Where is the government? Where are they? Until they come near Lagos, when they enter Lagos now, Lagos is the house of all Nigeria. Where are we going to run to? Because they failed the test in the beginning. They came to the back door, and now they don't know the road of the real door. If you come to the real door, you will know who to match. Now there is a president, I say it's a Nigeria president. There is a president of killers. We see Nigeria here. There's a commander, I see somebody like a Tinubu'S. I saw him in the video. He was sitting on the back in the forest. See, militants surrounded him with gun. See, he was talking to government. Say, if you have the capacity, come and arrest me. Because we find ourselves in the whole core Nigeria. A bad society, peace of no nation. That's why we are here in Nigeria. Fade away. Somebody sitting down in the circle there. People tie their hair like Taliban. You know Taliban mafia of Afghanistan. They are like Taliban. It's like they immigrated for Taliban. Now they are in Nigeria. So we don't have anywhere to go. The military, the other day say everybody should go and do self-practical defense in our language. See, things fall apart. Things are fall apart. Wicked wrongfully under this government. Because the truth was lost. The truth was swept under the carpet. Because the truth is the truth. But now they believe that lie is iniquity.
Okay, last question. The other time when the president was addressing Nigerians, he called IPOB a terror group. To you, is IPOB a terror group?
Okay, why does he not call Tinubu'S a terrorist group? You see, that's how we find ourselves here. The reality people they are fighting for their fundamental human right of their people freedom. We are attacking their terrorists. When the ones that are killing and murdering Nigeria, they are dining with you. Did you see the difference? Mafia, they die with the government. But the one that the innocent that say, no, we don't want injustice anymore. Let our land, our people be protected against these killers. And you not brand them terrorist group. See, you go nowhere. Let us be frank with ourselves. Their days are number. Their days are number. 1, 2, 3, 4. They are number. Somebody was in Azora before. Somebody was here today. Nobody will be there tomorrow. Because Nigeria is too big for this atrocity of miserable mentions.
Okay, what will you say about Christian genocide in northern Nigeria?
You see, now
is it true or false?
See, it's a reality of TROE. True. You don't tell. Now let the whole world recognize that the really agenda is to eliminate the Christian. But all they want to Islamize Nigeria, but I believe with God it's not possible with them. For it's mightier than their plan. Their plan is a kingdom.
Okay, thank you very much. God bless you.
Definitely, from reactions coming from the Benin elite and traditional institutions, and of course, custodians of the Benin Kingdom, and of course those who headed the Benin Commonwealth. A lot of people does not know that the Benin are still hold strong their Commonwealth even till this very moment under the control, command and control of the present Oba of Benin, the Oba himself. But if you see the kind of game Folashade wanted to play in that regard, going through the back door, arranged with the governor Mondo Popolo, and they went inside an underground and buried something, and now at the end of the day, they said they have crowned Iyaloja of Edo State. That is what actually triggered the reaction coming from Benin Market Women Association that is already loyal to the Benin Kingdom. You can't take that away. Benin holds the highest custodian of culture and tradition in the entire Africa. But the infiltration, what you saw there, is purely politically manipulated with an agenda that will come in behind later, which has been traced back to the history of what actually played out in Benin. We don't want to take you back, but whether the Oba of Benin has responded to that or not, but the fact still remains that the entire market structure, market women have rejected Bola Shade, Baba Sobe, Factor, whatever they come in the Yaloja of whatever. They have their own way. But instead of coming to follow the process of the culture of selecting or appointing the leader of market women in Benin, you brought the concept of Edonobi Lagos in Benin, and it backfired. And that was what has become a lot of meaning has been read into it. But it's a very clear thing that, you know, I don't want to say, with due respect to the Oba Ewure the second, a well-respected man. We don't want to say this as politics. And not everything that comes will invade Benin Kingdom. It has to be stopped, especially things like this, and which has been rejected in Benin, and definitely they have rejected it. Deep down, they are also trying to see how they are going to make sure they come through the back door and impose a political conquest on a land that is believed to be Benin land. Yes, even though we know the history, but that land, that place called Benin land, is a Biafran land, is an Igbo territory. That's the truth. Because we have similarities to prove. What did the Benin people call Okoko in Benin language? What did the Benin people call Oka in Benin language? What did the Benin people call Ada in Benin language? Different things that you can trace, that, you know, they have this deep mixture of Igbo without any element of Yoruba in Benin language.
There's no connection
No,
between
there's no connection. And you know
Yoruba
that,
and
yes, you know that word B-I-N-I, apart from the one that Portuguese brought. B-I-N-I is a tribe in Igodomigodo, a former Idu kingdom. You can't dispute that. You know, and at time I celebrated the Oba of Ewure when he said that the Obaship started from Oduduwa. There was no Obaship. What they have is Ogiso, Idu kingdom, Igodomigodo. So after the Oduduwas came and ended Ogiso era and established Oba era, and that's why you say Oba, whatever they call it in Benin, that's how it goes. So, but you can see political manipulations, you know, using various forms of, you know, things in disguise to make sure that, see, they took over something that does not belong to them. But it has become very clear before. People say, Benin is Yoruba. No, when you come about these empires or emirship that was created as a result of colonial rule, that one can be manipulated at any time. Nobody can manipulate the kingdom. And I stand to be corrected that the kingdom supersedes every king. Let me tell you, the Igbo does not run a king's ship. The Igbo run king's ship. Kings meant like governments. See the difference? And Eze is not a title. Eze is a professional name that creates a specific professionalism attached to a particular person. Like Eze is a professional in Eze. That's a yam. That's what the meaning of Eze. Eze is not a king in Igbo land. That's the government. The court of an Igbo man. We don't run kingship. So when you say somebody is an Eze, it means that that person might have majored in one profession or another. That is the same thing we are seeing today. So if you see the resistance coming from, you know, the Benin people, you know, resisting the infiltration and impose, trying to, you know, impose a certain culture on already rooted culture of the Benin kingdom. My brother, you are calling something that you can never win. It is not going to stand. What Bola Tinubu, if it is for political reason, like the Oba of Benin has said, they are trying to see how they are going to navigate their way at the end of the day and use political conquest, you know, to surrender Benin kingdom at the end of the day. That one is not going to work. Bola said, go back to where you come from and establish whatever you have your man. It's there. And they say the man is not from Lagos State, it's from Osun. You can see the real Lagosians have come out to say that, you know, you are attacking Igbos. Those who are attacking Igbos in Lagos are not even Lagosians. They are disturbing us. They come from us. So you can see the narrative, because when you allow this thing for so long, people see it as truth, which is very dangerous. And that's what we are talking about today. That thank God for the event of, you know, social media. Maybe the so-called media would have told us to one direction. Everybody say yes, yes, yes. Just like they say yes, it was an Igbo kill. When we now they say there's not an Igbo, because anything they put on the space now, we'll contest it. Don't tell me that the Biafra land now, and now ask them, does Benin man speak Yoruba? They said no. Can you find any Yoruba language in Benin man's language? But you can find Igbo language in Benin man's language. Go and do your research.
Okay. Thank you very much. God bless you. Are you saying that Edo is now Lagos?
No. I disagree with you. No, normally it's our culture. Anybody that is coming to lay complaint or to bring a good news, Oba has a culture of giving him kola, whether small or big, whether tribe or no tribe, whether indigenous or no indigenous. It's our culture. Shade to come to palace, Oba giving him kola, there's no safety wrong with that. But that ideology, that is not our culture. We have our culture, a way of putting the head of a marketer in place, not that political way. Don't you hear what Oba reply? Iyaloja Yade said, look, go back, Tinubu, Apewolo, and you, make sure you deliver what Nigeria wants and leave the market politics in Benin. That's a language. That's a signal. You have told him.
But the Iyaloja wants to install an Iyaloja in Edo State.
It's not possible. We have our system of doing that, not Iyaloja.
Is
I have told him clearly.
Is the Oba of Benin more powerful than the president?
Yes.
How?
More powerful than president. Oba is a lifetime. President just 4 years of 8 years. He's out. Oba is heritage. It's not something with. It's not political post.
If Tinubu want to remove the Oba of Benin, don't you know
He cannot. He can remove Lagos Road. He can remove Kano. He can remove that tribe, but it's not easy. He can't do that. That's the way.
If he does it, what will happen?
He not. Heaven will fall. Rain will fall. Sun will fall. Benin will fought Britain and Britain run away. So who? Nigeria cannot fight Benin. They know.
Okay, your governor says that Edo is now Lagos.
No. My governor doesn't say Edo.
That is Okpewolo.
That man is a bad man.
Your governor?
Yes. We did put him there. Tinubu just put him there. So it's not our governor. So you can't say Lagos is Lagos. No.
I thought the Yorubas and the Benin they are one.
That's the argument we are arguing there. We are not one. We are not one. We are
Oba
not
of
one.
Benin, Oba of Lagos.
Yes. I can say everybody have originator where he come from. Oba is just a title and king. So they can be Oba. If you go to Lagos, you see more than 100 of Oba. But in Benin, only one Oba. Your state, one Oba. We have King Oloji. Yes, those are the things. But Benin, one Oba. But in Lagos State, you can have Oba Agege, Oba Ijesha, Oba this, Oba that. So I think that's it.
There are some speculations that the Oba of Benin will respect the Iyaloja and accept her appointment.
He can never do that. Benin people have to choose. It is not Lagos. We have got of choosing our Iyaloja, not the one Tinubu. The one Tinubu daughter is bringing is a politics. It's a political way is bringing. Oh, leave that one. They want to use it to catch up Edo people. They know 2027 Edo people will not vote for president. So they are using way
To mobilize the market women.
which they are done in Lagos. For now, they did that in Lagos State 23. They lose the election in Lagos.
Okay. Don't you know that this first election, I don't think anybody can defeat
I will advise
APC.
Tinubu to not contest because all the noise that is making that Nigeria is getting better. World Bank have just come to disgrace him that 139 million Nigerians are suffering for Pachoko. They are angry, they are hungry, no food, nothing. Despite the borrow money is borrowing World Bank and IMF. So the middle is a disgrace to APC.
Okay, thank you.